Tell me your story.
What time was it last night?
You came and got me at 10, so it had to be a little bit before 10.
So right before 10, I'd come out to feed the dogs, and no, I'd already fed the dogs. I'd come out here because they were barking, and I made it out to the deck, and when I come out here up against Noah's house, between those two trees, it was like somebody was standing there.
Between those two trees?
Between those two trees right there.
Right, either on this side or the other side of the fence.
I couldn't tell because it was dark.
But they were right there.
But I saw really bad posture because it was like a head and then the shoulders didn't come out. It was like that. But I saw a head with like hair here, and when they turned really quick because they were facing me, and when they turned really quick their hair moved, and when they did that between the light colored house and the lights on in the house, it was not black hair, it was a dark brown hair, light enough to catch light, definitely not blonde or super dark brown, but it was there looking at me, and then within a second it turned that way and went that way, just like a split second, and I couldn't see it, but I could hear rustling around. Then I couldn't find it with my flashlight, but it was that way, right up against the fence.
Could you see no facial features?
I knew that it was a face,
But you couldn't see.
but
It was silhouette.
I could tell that there wasn't hair here, and I saw the face.
Well, how could you tell there was no hair there? Did you see a reflection?
The light, I saw skin, more like light reflecting off forehead and stuff. It wasn't the back of a head. It was.
Did it have a high forehead, a low forehead?
It had a real bad receding hairline. I mean, it'd be more than like my hair pulled back. It would be like here, because I saw the light from behind it shining on it. But the dogs were barking. I look out and I saw like from here with light. Did
you tell if it had hair on its face, or you couldn't tell?
It had bushy hair.
But did it have a beard?
It might have had side stuff, but definitely more clear up here.
So you could kind of see the forehead and
I
upper.
could tell it was a face, and it was aimed towards me.
When it turned, did you see any profile, like a nose or anything?
It looked like a big guy was standing there. I saw a nose, and I saw a split-second profile.
All right. When you saw the profile, did it have a regular-looking nose, like a person's nose, or was it flat? I mean, you could see a nose.
For that split second, it was.
You could see it. In other words, when did the profile?
I saw a forehead, and I saw like a long nose, but not like out. It was like just a big old bubble, ugly nose that went out.
When you say it went out, describe the nose.
Like mine tips up. I didn't see the tip up. It was more like a big old pug nose on the profile. It was a big, beefy, husky profile. Just split second from the light and everything, and then the hair was like a shaggy, not like black kinky curly hair, but like a big white person's afro. Just big bushy down to the shoulders, and turned really quick, and that's where I saw the light right through here, and I only remember seeing like this much.
Could you tell if the eyes were deep set or regular set?
I saw.
I mean, when it turned sideways, did it look like it had like a crusty forehead, or just a normal forehead like mine and yours? Or could you tell? I mean, I'm probably asking.
I can't tell you in the split second.
Basically, you just got the profile.
I saw enough to know it was like a big person with the face and the split second turning, but I couldn't tell you if the eyebrows stuck out more.
How was it?
But when I walked out, I was about where you're at to see what the dogs were barking at, and I walked out and it was like face, and then it was like the triangle dome type thing, and then when it turned is where I saw the mass of the hair was probably, I don't know, like that long all over, just shaggy and messed up, and turned really quick and went straight that way.
Now, when it was running, I mean, did you hear it running, or did you just was
Not
it quiet?
like the kids running off. It wasn't a. It was the turn, and then it was a second, and then I heard a sound. Then another second. Then I heard another sound, like big, giant steps, like hopping, like a. It wasn't just little steps like a kid running off. It was bigger gait than that. It wasn't like a normal person even running, because they would have had shorter steps. This was like a sound, then a sound, then another sound. And it, by the time I got the flashlight out, it was totally dark where the bush and their back porch was, and that's as far as my flashlight would go. But I heard it like 3, maybe 4 times before I couldn't see anything else before the flashlight.
So basically, in 3 or 4 steps, it went from this corner to gone.
Yeah.
So that's covering about 40 feet in 4 steps.
Well,
10 foot, basically 10 foot of 7 to 10 foot of walk.
I would have been a lot louder moving that far,
Yeah.
but there was too much in between the sound of whoever was moving.
Anything else that you noticed? Did you notice the smell? Not really.
No, but right after that, it sure did get quiet. The dogs, I mean, everything just went eerie, quiet sound. But it had our dogs barking. Trying to think.
Anything else? Any noise? Did it make? It didn't make any noise. Just didn't talk. Didn't speak.
I did not hear any voice. It startled me is what it did for me to even notice it. Because I was figuring it was a dog or something that had them going. And then when I come out here and I see a big person looking at me, and then all of a sudden they disappear. But I didn't hear any voices. I didn't hear...
No smells. It just got real quiet after it took off.
Just like right before the storm, kind of eerie quiet. No dogs barking. They weren't. It was weird. They just got super quiet and very calm, quiet.
Okay. All right. You remember? You remembered something out. You saw eyeballs.
When I walked out, it just startled the crap out of me, because when I come out, there was enough light from the street light, from their house, our house, and everything going on that it looked like, you know, Doug or somebody stand there and just like, ugh. Like I startled them as much as I was startled, because I saw like gleaming, you know, not the whites of their eyes, but gleaming eyes. I saw the face, and then they turned and was gone.
So
and
you
it split, but we both like did face contact immediately, because it was right. So you could, there.
You technically you saw the eyes, but you didn't see the eyes. You saw the.
I saw the shininess of the eyes.
Was it glowing eye? Did it just reflecting the light off the street light?
No, just like the wetness of your eye, the mucus in your eye, that kind of glimmer from the street lights, the house lights and stuff. But it startled me, because I walked out to see somebody big like Doug just stand there looking straight back at me.
And for the record, my brother is 6'6", 320 pounds. Okay. But you couldn't see any detail in the eye, where just to gleam off, just to shine off the eye.
Just enough that I saw. I knew it was a face. I knew they were looking straight at me. But no, I couldn't tell you outside of like bread color hair, the just regular rich brown hair with the light. You know, was definitely darker than my hair, but was definitely not black hair.
Okay.
In fact, Brad and Matthew are right there, and it was more Brad color than Matthew color.
That color hair?
Yeah,
okay.
Not Matthew's color.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
But longer than his.
Yeah, it was on it.
It was like
laying on his shoulders.
Like, yeah, just like undone 70s shaggy brown hair. Because when he turned, it was a turn. The hair was like flipped and that way.
Okay. Thank you.
Where I saw, I'm zooming in right now. It's like right where the top of that ruler is. Yeah, it was that little spot right there is where I saw the... You need to be closer to the tree. The tree was blocking. To at least your elbow is what I saw. Slide your head over and your shoulders go to the bend of your left arm. Your left hand. Go 90 degrees above your elbow. Yeah? With the head in the middle. It wasn't all squared like what you're standing. It was more droopy like my shoulders. Well, with your scooch back up against the tree and where your shirt and your arm come together at your elbow, that's it. It was there and then it went that way.
Got some bruised vegetation right here. See that? That's been stepped on. Right there. There we go. Here's some just looks like something dug into the ground right here. There we go. print. Let's see that. And there we got major, like a toe digging right there. Toe digging in like he's trying to get some speed up. We got. There are no dogs in this backyard, or nobody. This is a vacant. The house is vacant right now. You see that or not? Bruised vegetation, and then right here, toe dig. See that? Toe dig. Right here is in front of the foot stepped on the ground. See how it pulled all the vegetation up right there. And of course he broke that limb right there with his foot. So if I take the toe dig here and that, you know, we can extrapolate a foot length of at least 16 inches. More than likely. I mean, that's a guesstimate. But the foot looks like the foot twisted, kicked out. Looks like he dug and twisted like that. Dug, twisted. That's what it looks like. He hit this way as he's pushing off, the foot twisted. Oh, there's the heel. Foot hits and he pushes off and he twists right there. Like I said, he broke this. You got that. There's my toe dig. So there's one footprint, and this is. He's standing here. There's that. Hang on. Might have some more toes. Trying to find where you might. Ground is so hard. So we had a footfall here. We got to go at least 7 foot, probably 6 or 7 to find the next one. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Here's second footstep right here. See the vegetation? Press down right there. So we got second footprint right here. That broken, bruised. So let's. We'll turn this off and we'll measure the length of the stride. Okay, I've done the length of the stride here. And we got the toe dig here. We've got the approximately here where we have this bruised vegetation is 10 foot. So he takes, that's 10 foot. This is another possible footfall right here, which is at 7 foot. See, here we have that. We have broken grass right here. There we go. That's been turned back. So we got another possible footfall. So this could have been a 7, and then another footfall here 3 foot later. If he's making an adjustment, he's got to go around this tree right here. Let's go about 7 feet and we'll see what we come up with. So if you went behind the tree, I'm in trouble. That looks damaged there, no. It's painstaking work to track something, especially on ground this hard. Oop, 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 oop. Here we go, here we go. Drop down here, if you can see it or not. So he broke that. The ground's hard as a rock. So, well, it looks like he came away from the fence. I thought he went against the fence. Oh, here we go, here we go. Just a little bit, not a lot. Just a little bit. Alright, well that's our report on the Easter Bigfoot, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. I've got my wife's statement. I've got some verification with the toe. Looks like a toe dig up here. Some bruised. Tracked it 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 places up through here where it ran this way. And then probably instead of going through that, it went over the fence right there and then on through their backyard. But real quick again, that's right here's the best sign I've found. And like I said, it looks like his toes dug in right there and his foot twisted. I'll measure how wide that is real quick. That's at least, if I go, it's hard to, at least 8 inches wide at the toes, where the toes twisted and dug in. He started right here. Yep, there, watching, and he turned and went that away.